The trick that I'm going to cover today, I call it the floaty flip or the floating backflip. It's really just a slow rotating backflip. There's a couple of key elements to this trick. One in particular is the throttle blip. So throttle management, I'm going to keep beating that home. Every trick I do, throttle management, throttle management, throttle management. The next is initiating the backflip or the backflip. Yeah, the backflip. And then the last part of this segment, the third part of this, is recovery. Because this trick is slower, to me, it's one of my favorite tricks, one of my second favorite, most favorite. I love the hurricane flip, that's my most favorite. But this particular trick, I love a slow rotated maneuver just because it adds a level of complexity, yet it's a really easy trick to pull off. I'm gonna do it over obstacles. You can do this trick anywhere, open air, over an obstacle, in between trees, in between buildings, in your house, in your car. You can do it anywhere you want. Again, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do it over a power box, so you guys can kind of get the feel of what I'm trying to pull off here. I think this is what I would consider a beginner trick because it's really easy. The backflip is the easier of the flips, of either a front flip or a back flip, and the reason being is because the ground comes into view so quickly after initiating the trick. So for all you guys out there wanting to practice the trick, the first step is throttle management. Getting the throttle blip under control. You need to know how much altitude your quad gains when you give it a little blip of throttle. So as I'm coming over this power box and getting eaten by ants, I need to know how much throttle to just give enough blip to get over that box and pull off my maneuver. So as I'm coming around, again, throttle blip, just get the feel for that. You go to a field, a fence is really good to learn on. That's what I started out on, was a fence, because it's low risk. You're really not gonna hit that fence. It's small, and if you overshoot or undershoot, it's not very catastrophic. Versus this power box, you're gonna break some things. So throttle blip, you guys get it. I come in, just enough throttle to get over the obstacle. Just enough throttle to get over the obstacle. That's essentially what you're trying to do. Once you're comfortable, like, okay, that's the amount, I go half, 3/4 throttle, gets me over the obstacle. Next, you want to initiate a backwards flip. It should be a very slow and deliberate maneuver with the ground coming back into view almost immediately. Now, the reason that's key is because that helps you set up for the next trick or preventing yourself from running into a tree. So one of the reasons this trick is so easy is because the ground does come into view right away. That's another reason I like it, because you can pull this off in a really technical spot, but because the ground does come back into view so quickly, you can recover fast and save your quad if you're going to do something, crazy happens. So again, the 3 stages, you're going to come in, throttle management, you're going to hit the blip, so give yourself enough throttle and then initiate the backflip. Now, the reason I call it a floaty flip is because you want it to appear like you're floating, so you can really jam it home and then float real slow, or you can do it on course or on track. So you're gonna come through a fluid speed, give a little bit of blip, and then barely pop over the obstacle. Now the reason I say this is easy is because the ground does come into view, so that last part of it is the ground view. So as I roll, the ground's coming into view, I can immediately start adding throttle at that critical point to save my quad so I don't smack into something. So I'm gonna throttle blip, roll pitch, back into throttle, and save my quad and fly away level. So again, throttle management, I'm gonna come in, level and flat, you can come slow, give myself enough throttle to blip, pitch, and back into the throttle to rescue the maneuver. So again, one last time here, 3 phases, throttle management, smooth flight, the blip, the pitch, the recovery. That's actually like 4 pieces there, 4 pieces of the puzzle. So one last time, smooth throttle control, the blip, the pitch, the recovery. And that's the front flip. We'll talk about that another day because it's a little bit more challenging because the ground is out of view through the entire trick. Whereas the back flip, the ground comes back into view almost immediately. So it's a lot easier to recover. So throttle blip, there's the ground, I see it, I recover. You guys got it. So that's the floaty flip. Get out into a field, your backyard, your house, your car, wherever you like to practice your maneuvers, and give this one a go. So just remember throttle management, throttle management, throttle management. Then throttle blip, slow pitch, and recovery. So I'll do it one more time. I love this trick, man. It's so cool. Just floating around. Throttle, pitch, recovery. So here we go. Throttle management, smooth throttle flight, blip, pitch, recovery. You guys got it. Get out there and have some fun with it. It's like I said, it's one of my favorite tricks besides the hurricane flip. All right, guys, enjoy. Thanks for watching. Peace.